It's Fill Your Plate Now, where every bite brings you closer to the farm gate and further from what's unhealthy. Now here's your hosts, Julie and Tammy, helping you live well by filling your plate well.
Well, Tammy, we're doing something different. This time our guests are from the production side, from the farm gate or ranch gate to the plate, as we always like to do.
Well, different's good.
Different's good.
I'm excited.
But there's even another dimension to it. I got all inspired because I saw this young man speak so well on a video that I think his mom must have put together. And I
Young man? How young is a young man?
He is 9 years old.
Oh,
First year in 4-H.
he's going to steal a show.
He was still a show. I felt like, we needed to do this. And Carey Dobson and also his mama, Alex, were willing to come up all the way from Apache County. So to introduce them, Alex Dobson is in leadership roles with the Arizona Farm Bureau, with our Women's Leadership Committee. And you still may be part of the Young Farmers and Ranchers.
Always. You never leave your age may leave it, but your heart never leaves Young Farmers and Ranchers.
And then you and your husband ranch in Apache County. But prior to that, you also were in, I guess you'd call it ag production finance.
Ag professionals, yeah. My husband worked for Ag West.
Yes. So this has kind of been definitely a transition because you moved from Graham County to Apache County to
40 hours a week to 100 and plus hours a week of work.
Yes. Well, Alex, welcome. And Carey, our special guest, I welcome you too. And we have a myriad of questions for you. And we're inspired because, we always talk about the next generation of ranchers and farmers. I mean, you're kind of that. And so I thought we would start with what's in the very beginning of a lot of our farm and ranch days. What's your favorite chore?
My favorite chore is probably branding.
Oh, really?
Ranching.
Okay. And so I heard a rumor that you guys had to come all the way up here to be interviewed by us, and you're missing some of the branding today. Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. And we've got more questions for you. But Tammy, what do you want to ask this young man that's inspired to be in farming and ranching with his family?
Well, I'm curious that if you're doing chores around the ranch, are there chores that are difficult for you to do? Are all chores easy? Have you ever had a chore that's gone sideways where something's gone wrong?
Actually, that happened to us a few days ago. So I was turning on the bulls' water, and sometimes it takes forever, so I just go back to the house, and my mom said she would turn it off, and it's been like 3 hours, and she's like, I forgot to turn the water
Don't call
off.
your mom out, Carey.
Oh no. Who discovered it first?
She did. We were just talking, and she was like, oh shoot, I forgot to turn the bulls' water off.
Oh no.
I think that's a story for all farm and ranch families, because I have to confess that happened to me when it was my turn to water and I forgot to turn off the water. Yeah.
Is there a least favorite chore?
Probably turning on the bulls' water because you have to wait forever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be tough.
So, Mom, we have a question for you as well. So the whole chore thing, what is your husband, Dalton, who I haven't even mentioned, you are now both in ranching in Apache County. What's your philosophy about chores and children? Carey is your oldest, and he's only 9, and you have give us the lineup.
I got 4 more kids. I got 3 more at home, so he's the oldest of my 4. We have a 9, a 7, a 4, and an almost 2-year-old. And it's been quite the transition to come to somewhere where so much needs to be done. And I think the really cool thing about raising kids is realizing that they are capable of a lot. And I think sometimes in farming or ranching, we get a little tough on our kids, which isn't so bad. But me and my husband try to approach it in an empowering way. How do we find chores that help them feel like they're really helping out, or help them feel like they're really part of the team? And this kid right here, he's the best gate getter I have ever seen. And let me tell you, that's a whole nother level of parenthood unlocked when your kid can get out and get the gate and you don't have to.
So is he exemplifying all those firstborn tendencies?
Oh, yes, 100%.
It's great.
He
I bet
leads by example for sure.
I bet he'll be great at teaching the other kids then.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can tell him you started unloading the dishwasher. That's kind of where it started. And then everyone else followed in line. And now our 5-year-old, you started a little bit later than that, but now the 5-year-old's starting younger and younger, huh?
Good for you. The sooner you teach them, the sooner you don't have to do it, right? Good. And I heard you're in 4-H. How do you like 4-H?
It's nice.
Is it? And are you learning all kinds of
Yeah.
different things? And I heard, did you run for treasurer?
Yeah.
And you're new to 4-H? What made you decide to do that?
What made me decide to do that was I just knew that, like, they needed a good person to, like, count money, and my favorite thing is math, and I love to count money and stuff, so.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, that's a great skill. You'll be a good finance person for your family too then. What else do you do in 4-H?
What I do is I raise chickens. I was 1 year young. I was gonna do lambs, but I was 1 year younger than how to do the lambs, so.
So
Yeah,
next
we're working
year?
on small stock still, right? Yeah.
Ah, that's great.
So I have a story when I was your age about getting to count money. So my grandma had a fabric store in downtown Chandler. And whenever I was with her and she was running her fabric store for the day, a lot of people would come in and want to buy fabric and make clothes. Back then, yes, that's how old I am. We used to make clothes. But at the end of the day, she used to let me count all the money out of her cash register. It was like the funnest thing to do. I've learned a lot about you just talking to your mom, that you had to write a speech. And was it for when you were running for treasurer of your club? So
Yeah.
was it hard to do? And you were obviously inspired to do this. Talk a little bit about writing that speech.
Writing this speech, I was just like, oh, yes, I'm gonna write this. And I write it, and then my mom double checks it, and we have to rewrite the whole thing.
We made it a language arts homeschool lesson
Yeah.
too.
Good.
But you wrote it, you practiced it. What else?
When I wrote it, I wrote it while our piano, since me and my sister go at the same time, she'll go and then I'll go. So while she was doing, I just wrote it and then I gave her the speech.
Oh, way cool.
You practiced it on your piano teacher
Yeah.
first, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Practice, as they say, does make perfect. And don't feel bad about being rewritten or edits in your writing, because I'm still writing and I still get edited.
I was like, no, why do I have to rewrite this like 2 minutes?
But do you like to speak in front of people? Does it make you nervous?
Not really. I kind of like speaking in front of people, so that's.
Do you get practice at home?
I always get practice at home.
Oh, good for
I
you.
won't do it without practice, so.
Practice is important.
He's also good at one-liners, and I think you should share your one-liner from your speech, because I think that was the real attention grabber.
So the one that I think made me win was my last line. It was carrying the cash team to take care of your money machine.
I love it.
Came up with that all on his own, and he had the crowd after he gave that last line. He had them.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I love the ring of it,
Carey Dean, the cash king.
Yeah.
Taking care of your money machine, right, Carey?
That was perfect.
How many are in your 4-H group?
How many people?
Uh-huh.
There's about like 20.
Oh, that's a good number. Did you know most of them?
No.
Oh, that's a great way to meet
I only
new
know
friends.
like 3 people.
First taste of being a politician.
You're right.
This
Yeah.
may go somewhere. You better be prepared, Mom.
He went to his first meeting in Apache County, starting their first community club, and they said, we're going to start this year. It's brand new. Whoever wants to run. And he knew no one and met some people that night, and the next meeting he had to run. So it took a lot of bravery on this kid's part. I was really proud of him.
Wow. And speaking of bravery, great segue to my next question. I have this theory, and I think, Carey, you'll prove it to me, that, bravery is something that we kind of have to really put under our hat or pull on when we're wearing our boots. But From your perspective, what does brave mean to you?
Brave means to me, like, if we just take in the scaredness, like, there's, like, no way you can get out of stuff. And when you're brave, you can, like, do actually stuff.
You can get that scaredness away, huh?
You do kind of have to push it out of the way.
Mhm.
Has there been a time in your life where you've had to really be brave? It was maybe scary, but you had to say to yourself, I need to.
We were on a camping trip, and my dad, he saddled the horse too tight, so my horse got spooked, and it ran. I was like 5, and it was scary, and I was like, I just need to be brave. My dad will come back. He thought it was gonna come back, but he was like, oh shoot, it's not coming back. I'm going today.
So you
Oh,
held
wow.
on the whole time?
Yeah, I was like, no, Dad, please.
Oh, God.
Oh, you did a lot better than I probably would have done.
And I had a little whistle, and I was trying to do it with one thing. I'm like, I'm lost.
His silly mom said, here's a whistle. Don't let your dad lose you. If you get lost, blow the whistle. So the poor kid's on the horse running away, and all he can think about is trying to blow his whistle and hold on at the same time. So he was listening to his mom and being brave all at the same time.
That's pretty good. Have there been anything that have happened around the ranch or things you've have to learn that are new that you've had to be brave about that was a little scary at first?
Rattlesnakes I need to be brave of. I haven't found one yet, but there's lots of bull snakes out right now.
Yeah, well, at least the bull snakes will help keep away the rattlesnakes. So that's a good
True.
thing. How about in 4-H? Have they had you try something new that you had to be a little bit brave about?
I don't think so.
Your
right
first
now.
community club meeting, right? That was a
Yeah,
little
our
scary for you.
community club meeting. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
My first
I think adults are that way too. You go into a whole room of people you don't know, and it's scary.
So I have a question for your mom now. All of these experiences that your children are going through, and yes, your little 2-year-old, he's still got a ways to go, but really he's still having some of those same experiences. That one, I think you posted it on Instagram or Facebook, where you're watching your 4 kids walk down the dirt road. And your daughter leans down so she can put him on his back. It just melted my heart. But all of these experiences of your kids growing up on a ranch, and how does this build some of it's obvious, but I want it in your own words. How does it build their character?
Well, and I've gotten this question a lot from people watching us move into this new lifestyle and say, wow, I just wish I had your lifestyle. And I don't for a second want to downplay that and what a blessing that's been to my family. But what I want to tell people is you can have a ranch lifestyle too. And that just comes with teaching your kids to work hard, take care of the things around them, and to appreciate where their food comes from. And I think when we kind of take a step back and take those lessons from the ranching lifestyle, we realize that anyone can really have that. You just kind of have to maybe figure out how that works in your own household. But our kids have spent a lot of time together over the last year. We've been in production ag now officially 100% for a year now. We moved there last May. And I will say my kids have never fought more, but they've also gotten along more than they ever have because they've had to spend more time together. And I've seen the value in that.
we've
providing
fought
that
more and
time.
We've gotten along more.
That's great. Good family
Builds character
time.
right there.
Yeah.
I want to pause too on that point. So Dalton Dobson comes from a really strong legacy of farming and ranching, but maybe when you guys were first married, you weren't thinking about getting into production agriculture, or what made the shift, I guess?
Yes, yeah, that's a great question. I grew up, my dad was a cotton farmer for a little bit and then switched to automotive. So I grew up around, my grandpa was a cotton farmer, sold Case IH tractors. We had a roping arena in my backyard. So I was exposed to it, but not in like a full-time, total, experience there. And he got into banking, and then the opportunity arose where there was room for us to come back. And we just feel super lucky to the Dobson family for allowing us that privilege to come back and work on this beautiful ranch. And
so they
it's been
approached
great.
you.
Well, it's been like a joint effort. And I think that's a little bit of like a wife and our question. And sometimes wife and I go, how do you get back into that? And I said, you have to be open. You have to be communicating. And they need to know that you want to come back. Sometimes I think we think that the older generation thinks they don't know. And we assume that they do know. And until we just can't assume anything until we open those conversations up, those come back. And we feel really lucky that was a possibility for us.
Well, his Grandpa Dwayne
Yes,
Dobson.
Dwayne,
I
wonderful
just adore
man.
him, and I can so see he's always listening, and he seems like he's fully engaged. So I'm
Oh,
so not surprised that this has happened.
How
we feel
many
very lucky.
generations of ranching?
We're the fifth generation.
Fifth
Fifth generation of the
generation.
Dobson farm. Well, and again, to that point, the Dwayne, that we're kind of dealing with the Mexican gray wolf issue, and I love that he will send us any article, news thing. Like, he is still fully engaged with us and sending all that information to us, and he still is, even though he's not there with us physically every day, he's still there mentally and emotionally supporting us along the way.
And he is constantly on the move.
Yeah. He's in Mexico right now, so yes, he's constantly on the move.
He is constantly on the move. I saw him at a meeting not too long ago, and I think a memorial service at another one. And I also was with him for that Alaska trip. It'll be a year in July, and I think he had about 4 of the Dobson grandkids with him.
Our dad was there. Yeah,
Yeah,
we held down the fort while
Yeah.
Dad got to go to Alaska with Grandpa. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I didn't realize that you guys were all on that trip together. But I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I was hearing that you have a favorite food. One of your favorite foods
Mm-hmm.
is steak. Is that correct? Well, you're living in the right place, I think. How do you help with fixing it, or are there certain ways you'd like to have
Oh,
steak?
I like putting the seasoning on. And my favorite way to have steak is medium rare, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh,
So you never get enough steak.
No.
Do you have a second favorite food?
It's probably, we made it today, pork butt.
Ooh, I love pork butt. Yeah.
Dad's smoking one home, right, for all the
Yeah.
branding crew.
Oh, that's
Well, and
He
that's
says
the
he'll
other.
save some for me.
yeah, they better, huh?
There's a lot of cooking that goes on a ranch, especially if it's far out, and cooking for large groups, especially during branding or cattle gathering or all that stuff that goes on. Oh my gosh. So my question for you is that this last January, so this year, you got to go to the American Farm Bureau Federation's convention, and that I think was your first time, right?
He had come for a day when it was in Salt Lake when Dalton was in discussion meet, but he never stayed the night with us. My mother-in-law brought him during the day to see us, so he had a little taste, but this was his first full-time experience.
Talk about what you saw and did.
What we saw and did was we went to Disneyland for our last day, and
Yeah, it was in Anaheim.
Yes.
and I saw my mom doing this, and I just know she was great.
He was my biggest supporter. I got to do the discussion meet this year, and I think the coolest part was watching my kids watch me do that and have to. I wasn't in mom. I mean, I was mom mode, but I was a little bit more of study mode, and he was great. Him and my daughter Janie came along, and they were my biggest supporters.
And competitive mode, and I believe you made it to the Sweet 16.
Correct.
Yes, which is huge.
Yeah, we're tied. Dawn made it to
That's
the Sweet
right.
16 too, so we're tied. No one gets the trophy there.
Well, and that is so fun to mark that. And the competitiveness on the national level. I mean, there's like 35 to 40 competitors. So to make it to the Sweet 16 is a big deal.
Thank you.
Okay, Carey, we got it. You got to commit to keeping the tradition going. Okay.
Well, and it's true. My dad did discussion meet when I was a little kid, and he made it to the national level. Yeah, and he made it to Sweet 16 too. So you got Grandpa, got me and Dad, and now you're the next one, Carey.
Or Wesley will.
Or what? No, it's gonna be you.
No
Not yet.
pressure, right?
No
And-
pressure. No pressure. I think you can do it, though.
Maybe Wesley will do
So
it.
besides watching your mom, what else was your favorite part about the meeting?
My also favorite part was like one night we all went and like we ate at downtown Disney, and we just waited forever, but it was worth the wait for the beignets.
Oh, those are good.
You liked the speaker though.
Mhm.
Remember who the speaker was?
You.
No, the speaker on the big stage. How did you
Oh.
forget?
Tim.
Tim Tebow was this year.
That is one of the reasons I so wanted to go. We have to rotate staff, so we don't always get to go. And when they announced that Tim Tebow was going to be the national keynote, I was like, oh.
Well, and this kid's a big sports guy, so it was fun to watch sports and act kind of combined there, huh?
It's fantastic.
Heisman Trophy
Anything
winner.
anything you didn't expect there at the meeting?
I don't think I didn't expect anything. I think I all knew what was going to happen.
And you had a good time?
Yeah.
Good.
So I have a fun question. If you had a superpower, if you could have a superpower, what would be your superpower on the ranch?
Probably to actually know where our cows are because this you got them all down there, or we got them all, and then we were driving up to the mountain and we're like, oh shoot, there's 10 cows here. There should be more.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of having like X-ray vision then maybe, or like excellent hearing so that you can tell exactly where they're at. That's a good superpower to have.
So, and let's say when you grow up and you have to choose some kind of career, do you know what you want to do?
I would probably keep up the ranch. I have this other, I want to be like a basketball player, but if, if no one wants to take over the ranch and I just will, because I know it's the right thing.
Well, if you become a basketball player, you can just buy the ranch and have everybody work for you
Just
there,
solve all the
right? So you
problems
can
right
come
there.
out there when you're home, right?
See, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We were talking about this in the car, and something I admired about Carey is that he talked about how he would get his siblings together and figure that plan out. And I was like, that's pretty good for a 9-year-old to think about that and think about how that works for our whole family so we can all be together on the ranch.
And heck, I think you could. So basketball is your favorite sport.
Well, I really like basketball. It's just I have a sport card business on the side, so I really collect football, but I don't really want to play football because that's the easiest thing you can get hurt out of. So I would probably play basketball.
So my theory is you could probably do both. Play basketball, maybe go national, like Tammy says, buy the ranch, but you've got your whole life and your whole adventures before you. And Carey, this has been so cool for you to hang out with us on Fill Your Plate Now, and we're excited to be able to share your insights with others. Any last final comments about ranch life at 9 years old?
Well, I think if you eat a lot of steak, you probably have a higher chance of making it to play a basketball or football.
Oh,
right?
that's true.
That's true.
You'd
Lots
have
of
plenty
iron,
of
lots of protein.
Yeah, he's got the recipe for success there, right?
Is it like you thought it would be moving to a ranch? Because you're old enough, you knew what it was like before you guys moved to a ranch.
I was honestly, I was thinking we would go back to our hometown more because I thought it wasn't gonna be this much working. I'm like, well, it's just gonna be a little working every day. And then I'm like, oh shoot, we have to brand every day and then gather cows every day. So that's what I didn't expect.
What time do we get up?
Sometimes I'll ask my dad, hey, can I wake up at 5 a.m. with you to go saddle the horses?
Oh, nice.
Have you gotten pretty good about on riding a horse?
Good. Really good.
Oh, cool.
He's
Yeah.
pretty good.
The other thing is waking up early. So sometimes I'll wake up and I'm still in my jammies, and then my mom's like, hurry, go, your grandpa's over there waiting to feed the cows with you. I'm like, oh shoot. So I hurry and get my clothes on, and then I go.
Wow. What time do you finish up?
We start at 8:30 and we'll finish at 10.
Good for you.
During, dinner breaks, lunch breaks, you're major league hungry. Do you dig in pretty seriously and eat a lot? Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm going to ask your mom the final question to your mom. Can you share, so far, you've been there for a year and you're looking forward to all the years to come, raising a family, a special moment that so far you've had in this first year?
Yeah, and I think Carey would agree. We had fun kind of talking about what we might talk about today. And one thing that I was impressed, I said, what's been one of your favorite things? And he said, those long days, Mom. I really like the long days. And I said, you do? I said, I thought those are tiring for you. And it just made me reflect on those long days that may seem like they never end and there's always something to be done. I look back and those are my favorite days. The long days are my favorite days because we're usually together as a family. working as a common goal, doing something together. And at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. Being together, feeding the world, and doing what we love. Right, Carrie? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got it right.
That's fantastic. That's great. That sounds like a great lifestyle.
Yeah. And thank you so much for coming all the way up here from Apache County and leaving the ranch. And Carrie, you might appreciate us a little bit because you got out of a little bit of the work. But
But one of my favorite words.
yeah, it's your favorite part is branding.
There's always another day though, right, Carrie? Yeah.
We'll brand a lot this summer, so.
Yes.
And I like that belt buckle. That looks like a
Thanks.
special one.
My grandpa got it for us.
He did.
Me, my brother, and my sister.
Oh, that's nice. Looks great.
I think they got one for us. If you do put my brother who was doing push-ups and he was wearing this belt buckle and it was pulling him down, you could see he was like, ugh.
Looks pretty heavy. You
It
got to be
does
pretty
look-
strong.
You'd have to be pretty strong.
That working out on the ranch makes you stronger.
Well, Alex, any final questions to our listeners that sometimes may not ever even get to see the landscape on a ranch, or like you kind of alluded to that in your earlier comment. But anything else that you'd share with our listeners?
I think the biggest lesson I've learned last year is just to slow down. Slow down, take a look around you. Even cooking meat or when you're cooking, slow down. You appreciate it so much more. It tastes so much better. You're out with your family, slow down. And I think those are my most treasured moments, is slowing down, appreciating, letting the water fill up, right, Carrie, all the way to the top. It's a little boring, but when you get to slow down, you start to realize what's around you and how lucky we are to be in agriculture and have that.
While I'm feeding the bulls, we have lots of these flowers around them, and it's cool to like see the bees, and you can see the pollen on their legs.
So cool. I love that. Thank you for that insights.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing a little bit about your lifestyle and what you all do.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for having us.
And keep posting those precious videos, reels, and whatever on your Facebook page. And thanks again. We'll stay in touch and watch for the next episode of Fill Your Plate Now.
We can't wait.